may decision po yung Korte Suprema na pinaboran po si Sara Duterte last year. Okay? Pero meron pa pong pending motion for reconsideration yung House na as far as I know, hindi pa po ina-actionan ng Korte Suprema. Pero doon sa decision ng Korte Suprema, you know very well na naglatag yung Korte Suprema ng mas mahigpit na mga pamantayan para ma-impeach sa House of
That's
Representatives
correct.
ang isang impeachable official. Yun po bang panibagong pamantayan na yun? Yun na po ba yung gagamitin ninyo dito sa proseso na ito o hindi pa?
The answer to that, Christian, is it depends, no? First and foremost, if the decision of the Supreme Court will reach finality, meaning mariresolve na yung MR and after a certain period of time, magiging final na yung decision, it will ripen into a jurisprudence which is considered as part of the Philippine existing laws, no?
Yeah, yun ang
So in
susundin na.
that case, magiging batas na siya. Okay? However, apart from the needed finality of that decision, we have to distinguish as to how the impeachment complaint was filed. Because there are two modes of filing an impeachment complaint.
Yes.
One is by private individual supported or endorsed by a House member or by the House member himself. The second mode of filing an impeachment is by at least 1/3 of the members of the House. That decision of the Supreme Court pertains to the second
that.
mode of filing an
Yeah.
impeachment. Yes, where the impeachment complaint is signed and verified by at least 1/3 of the members of the House, no? Tuloy ko lang, Christian, ha? There is a very big difference between the first and the second mode. Doon po sa first mode, referral to the Justice Committee is mandatory, no? At ito na po yung nangyari in as far as the two impeachment complaints against the President are concerned, no? But with respect to the second mode, the one supported by at least 1/3 of the members of the House, referral to the Justice Committee is not necessary, no? This is what distinguishes the second from the first mode. And for the better understanding of our countrymen, ito hong second mode na ito ay parang express lane. Kasi kapag ka may 1/3 signature and verification ng all the members of the House, it allows the House of Representatives actually to transmit immediately to the Senate for trial, no?
Pero dito po sa impeachment complaints kay President Marcos, kumbaga nagsara na yung tindahan, di ba? At that stage. So hindi na nagamit syempre yung second mode. Tama po?
That's correct. That's correct. Lahat ng paparating pang impeachment against the president are actually barred already by the referral of two impeachment complaints with the Justice Committee. Whether
Okay.
it is via first mode or via second mode, barred na silang lahat because of the referral of the two impeachment complaints to the Justice Committee.
Okay. Yung second mode, kung saan ito yung covered ng additional requirements by the Supreme Court decision, mag-a-apply yon kung sakaling magkaroon ng finality, madesisyonan yung motion for reconsideration ng House. Mag-a-apply yan kung merong magpapa-impeach kay Vice President Sara Duterte using that so-called express lane na in reality, hindi na ganun ka-express. Tama po ba?
You're correct.
Okay. Okay. Eto po, may mga nagdududa kasi rito, anong response niyo bilang tagapamuno ng Justice Committee? Ano bang aasahan sa Kongreso? Mga hawak yan ni President Marcos. Kumbaga, ang duda ng iba, malabo naman talaga ma-impeach yung presidente. How do you respond to that kind of doubt?
Alam mo, Christian, masyadong premature yung statement na yan, no? Sapagkat first and foremost, the members have not yet convened. We have not seen actually the complaints. And there are 5 steps that we have to go through to be able to conclude the process before the Justice Committee. Secondly, we are very much conscious of our constitutional duty. Our faith and allegiance is actually to the Filipino people and not to anyone. Ang mandato po na ipinagkaloob ng saligang batas sa Kongreso ay hindi po nanggaling kanino man. And we do not owe, therefore, any faith and allegiance neither to the President nor to the Vice President because our allegiance is to the sovereign Filipino people. No? In other words, Christian, we are not looking at the personalities who are being impeached here. What we are looking at is our constitutional mandate to the Filipino people. Bagaman, Christian, of course, we cannot please everyone. I know and we know that we are subject to different perceptions of the people, especially those who are politically inclined. But at least for myself, I know that I am conscious about my constitutional duty, and I wish to believe that the 37 other members of the Justice Committee feel the same way in as far as this impeachment process is concerned.
Okay. Ito po may mga nagtatanong, no? Alam ko yung mga naguguluhan din dito. Again, by virtue of the decision of the Supreme Court doon po sa Sara Duterte impeachment case, na kung saan naglatag sila ng additional requirements na ang tingin mas magiging mahirap para gamitin yung second mode. Okay? And tanong dito nila Montreal Mom tsaka ni Donsky na madalas pong manood sa atin. Paano raw kung kailangan ba siguruhin din na yung dahil dumaan itong mode na ito no sa Justice Committee, kailangan ba talaga patunayan ng bawat miyembro ng Justice Committee, for instance, na nabasa nila at nabusisi yung reklamo?
Well, yun yung nandoon sa Supreme Court decision, no? And as I have said earlier, this pertains primarily do sa process that should be attached with respect to the second mode of filing an impeachment complaint. Although,
Not dito sa
for
first.
me, Christian, whether it is first or second mode, whether it is first or second mode, I think there is an obligation upon the members of the House really to read, no? Before they endorse or to read before they approve, whether it is in the Justice Committee or in the plenary, no? Ito yung mga rules, bagaman this is expressed in the Supreme Court decision. It should be done really by the House members na bago ka bumoto. Bago ka bumoto, whether it in the Justice Committee or in the plenary, it is obligatory upon you to read and understand the contents of the impeachment complaint.
Opo. I totally agree. Pero ang tanong ko po dito, paano ba papatunayan ng isang kongresista na nabasa niya yung dokumento, yung reklamo? Hindi po ba sapat na yung presumption na pag ina-fix mo yung signature mo dyan, ang presumption na basa mo? Kailangan mo mag-revalida yan, mag-oral oral examination para masatisfy yung requirement na yun ng Supreme Court?
Yeah, what happened kasi, Christian, in the Supreme Court decision, as far as I can recall, I think there were allegations in the petition na hindi nabasa ng ibang House members, no? So, but you are correct. Why would I affix my signature if in the first place I wasn't able to read the impeachment complaint? No, it's very basic na kahit hindi yata House member kahit ordinary citizen who is being asked to affix his signature in a document, you're supposed to read before you affix your signature. No? But then again, kaya naging very much explicit ang Supreme Court about that the House members should be given an opportunity to read and evaluate the impeachment complaints is because there was an allegation in the petition that some members were not provided ample time to read and go over the impeachment complaint.